just about set for football now from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Today, NFC South rivals collide. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
A welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. And off we go on a sweltering hot day in Tampa. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a fifth-round selection out of the 2024 draft. From South Carolina by way of Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year two is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and a couple.
Here we go. 52 close.
It'll be a run out of the gun with Kamara. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Rattler. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
The Saints will punt this one away. Back deep for the Bucs, their speedster Trey Palmer. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. So the Buccaneers come out, and Baker Mayfield leads them out. He has found a spot to be very comfortable. The former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, who turned 30 in the offseason and has done a nice job with the Buccaneers the last few years.
So this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
So, on 4th down, Riley Dixon on to punt for Tampa Bay. Back deep for the Saints, it's Rashid Shaheed. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We'll have more from Tampa after this. It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins, as they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10.
Set punt. Set 10 black.
Now Rattler gonna throw. In trouble, and down he goes. Yahoo in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, not a great start to this drive offensively. You take the sack on first down, and you're thinking, all right, let's go to the ground game. Let's pick up some of the lost yardage. But then you take a loss again, and now it sets up third and real long, and you find yourself in a tough spot.
You look middle here, and there's Olave. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down. Here's the punter now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. This returnable with Palmer. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They go play action with Mayfield. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game. Throwing now is Rattler. A pass caught by the veteran. That's Brandon Cooks. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards. Now it's 2nd and 1.
At the 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
And I don't think he got there. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down. He'll try and run for this with Kamara. And he's going to have the Saints first down as they move the chains on 3rd down.
Down by Levante David. A gain of a yard. And the Saints first
I know it's
down.
early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Rattler now back to throw. Shaheed with the catch. And he will get into the end zone. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, New Orleans.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Groupie able to add the extra point. The Saints will take a 7-0 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now it's Bucky Irving to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Buccaneers offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That is left side and caught by Evans. And a big Big strike for good yardage there, all the way up to midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
50-yard line.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play. Understanding that ball was down and away, you've got to lay out to secure it, and not only is he able to get his hands under it and catch it initially, but he's able to survive the ground, and that's a big-time play.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Baker. That one is caught beyond the pylon. Cade Otton. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
And that's a bit of a gamble, but I really like the aggressive play call. Understanding here before the half, we don't want 3. We're trying to come away with 6, and he foregoes the field goal try. They take a shot in the end zone, and they come away with a touchdown.
So now this to get him back to even heading into the break. The kick here is good. And one more point, and that takes us to the end of the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hanson here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Irving now on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Bucs offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Low-scoring game, all tied. Third quarter. And a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on their stride. 1st and 10. To the left side, to Godwin. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
There's 2 big key pieces the way you want to evaluate quarterbacks in the NFL, Mike, is the first one, how do they operate on third down? But the second one, how do they throw the ball when it's not a clean pocket? And you saw here, the ability to be on time and accurate through contact, that's what separates the good ones from the rest, and that was a big-time throw right there. It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket, but I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score. When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line, and for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Saints offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
In motion goes Cooks. On 1st down, they'll start out with Kamara. And a good push defensively. They're going to get him down back at the 10.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That one, downfield for Cooks. He gets free inside the 20. And he's going to take this one all the way. 90 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. A huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a 1st down. At the very least, give our punter some room out of the end zone. But not this guy. He's thinking taking it to distance, and that's exactly what he was able to do.
Groupie able to add the extra point. And the Saints will move out to a 14-7 lead. Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. On the return is Sean Tucker, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. Get this complete right side to Otten. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the 31-yard line.
2nd down throw for Mayfield. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. As time has expired, the 3rd quarter has come to an end. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Mayfield taking off. He'll try to get there. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
On first down is Mayfield. There's Evans. He's got it. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout.
First down.
To throw is Mayfield. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and...
The previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. On first and 10, here's Baker. Moving outside the pocket. And he will get into the end zone. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Tampa. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter. And now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, but we got ourselves a ball game.
The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Saints offense make their way out to take over once more. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with first down. Here's Rattler. The ball comes out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
On the ready.
Here comes second down.
Here we go. Set.
Throwing is Rattler. Now, look out. That ball is free in the end zone. One of his teammates there to take it back in. Fortunate that that was not worse for the offense. The pressure's on. They knock it out of the quarterback's hands, but only a safety instead of the defense getting a touchdown.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, Mike, you always have that clock in your head, but that clock has to speed up even quicker when you find yourself dropping in your own end zone. And fortunately for them, that fumble doesn't lead to a touchdown, but instead results in the 2-point safety.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there. The Bucs offense about ready to take over once more. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a first and 10. Now Mayfield to the tight end, Otten with the grab. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left. and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Baker gonna give it to Irvin. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal.
That's another Buccaneers first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's a run. New Orleans, 3rd and final timeout. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll drop to throw.
Coming into the game, this is something defensively you have to be aware of. If this quarterback gets a chance and he sees some daylight, he's going to try to take it in on his own. But not in this case. They were quick to react, stop him short. Now brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out.
Nearly a disaster there, especially in this area of the field, Mike. You know these guys are reaching for the ball. That is such a priority of every defense around the league. Create turnovers, especially in the red zone. Fortunately for this guy, he gets to get back in the huddle for another crack at it, thanks to some quick thinking and good hustle from one of his own guys.
The offense will stay out trying to get this final yard. It is 4th and goal. They'll try to run. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Now, an important extra point here to maybe salt this one away. The kick is good. And the Buccaneers will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9.
Saints 14. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here comes the all-pro returner from last year, Rashid Shaheed. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
Ready. Yellow.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Rattler. Oh, a loose football. And fortunately, a Saint was able to get on it quick, so they're going to keep the ball.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
To throw, it's Rattler. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down.
Here we go. One final play. That's deep for Olave. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So, fire the cannons. It's a win for the Bucs. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play, and in the end, they come away with the victory. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Buccaneers get the win, as we say so long from Tampa.